everybody, this is my Walking Dead Season 10 Episode 18, titled Find Me Review. This one's just a short one because it was not really for me, the episode. It was a Daryl focused episode, so it was nice to see a little bit more of Dog, at least, which was great. We get introduced to the character of Leah, who conveniently happens to be a woman that Daryl seems to have some kind of relations with. Bit of a romance, so we've been wondering for ages whether or not he and Carol are going to become a thing, whatever kind of thing that might be. And then, of course, recently we've been thinking about whether or not Daryl and Connie will be a thing. And so the showrunners are like, no, actually, neither of them is some random woman that he's actually already seen that you don't already know that they've seen each other. And, well, who knows? She just ran off. I mean, she seems like a great character. I wonder if she's showered in years. They do seem like quite a good match, so I suspect not. It was great seeing Dog as a youngster. Not the biggest fan of Daryl. I know that's very controversial. So I'm sure this episode was loved by a lot of Daryl fans. But, you know, they could have done an extended episode, which would have meant more Daryl, which is good for most of you. Because it just seemed like they were really shoving, well, they did literally shove years and years of backstory into this episode. It was a bit rushed. Carol and Daryl back together, kind of seeing how strained their friendship is now, which totally makes sense because, you know, Carol's been a bit mental recently, which is understandable. She's had her child taken from her again, and this time it wasn't because, you know, she was too weak to really do anything, aka, you know, with the Sophia problem. And then, of course, she had to take her own child away from her when she became a psycho. Look at the flowers, Lizzie. This time, she was the Carol, badass Carol that we know and love. And there's nothing she could do. Alpha just came in and, you know, cut his head off, stuck it on a pike. So I can understand that she went a little bit mental like she did and just wanted revenge no matter what. But it was still good to see Daryl actually talk to her about it. Like, really actually talk to her about it. And that's kind of how the episode ends. Is him just having a go at her. And then her just saying, oh, well, I guess our friendship is over. Which, of course, it isn't. Because we know that they're going to get a spin-off. But it's good that their friendship isn't just okay again. Like, magically. And they've still yet to find Connie. Luckily, she is alive, unless she magically just dies before they link up, which I doubt they're going to do. I'm very excited for the next episode, which, unless I'm completely mistaken, is the Aaron and Father Gabriel episode. Looks very, very cool. They're very underrated characters, I think. Father Gabriel, I never thought I'd be this big a fan of. Aaron was always kind of, you know, and he's like the comic book Rick at the moment. So he's got that going for him. What else happened in this episode? Leah was cool. But then, as I said, it was like too much stuff packed into one episode. We had her coming across as basically a female Daryl for a long time. And then she goes into the trauma that she suffered. Which sounds, you know, devastating and terrible, but we don't know this character. It would have been better if we'd kind of got to know her and then she revealed, you know, her tragic backstory. Because, yeah, it just goes by a bit too quickly. And I'm normally such a fan of The Walking Dead, but this episode was just a bit... But that's only one episode. One of the best scenes, though, Daryl actually referring to Rick as his brother, because he mentions that he lost his brother, which, you know, you might have thought he meant his actual brother, but then he mentions that he basically thinks that he's still alive. So, of course, that's not moral, because we know he's definitely dead. Rick has mentioned that, you know, him and Daryl were brothers quite often. I don't know if we've ever heard Daryl call him brother in the actual brotherly sense before. Rick's definitely said it a lot to Daryl. I know that's been there anyway. We know that they're brothers. So that was nice to see. But for an episode that was like exploring the years since Rick had gone, I really would have wanted to see a bit more of the absence of Rick, because we could see that he was obviously searching for him and stuff, but I think they could have dived deeper into that. But then if they did, the episode would have been even more packed. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the episode. It definitely wasn't the worst thing I've ever watched, of course. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope I didn't annoy you too much by not being absolutely in love with Daryl. And catch me on my next review. I'm sure I will enjoy this next episode a hell of a lot more. So see you on the next one. Thank you.